Section 375 is bold. Actually, not just bold, Section 375 is bold as fuck. You may already know this, but I must state the obvious and we should appreciate the obvious. India is a very diverse country. यहाँ पे बहुत वैरायटी ऑफ लोग हैं, कल्चर्स हैं, ट्रेडिशंस हैं, हिस्ट्रीज हैं और वैरायटी ऑफ थिंकिंग है टूवर्ड्स विमेन. हमारे इंडिया में आपको ऐसे लोग भी मिलेंगे जो कि विमेन को अपने पैरों की धूल मानते हैं. ऐसे भी मिलेंगे जो विमेन को गॉडेस मानते हैं. हमारे इंडिया में ऐसे भी लोग पाए जाते हैं कि अगर आप किसी लड़की की रिस्पेक्ट करते हो तो आपको सिंप बुलाया जाएगा. और ऐसे भी लोग पाए जाते हैं कि आपके मुंह से गलती से किसी लड़की के खिलाफ कोई गलत बात निकल जाए तो आपकी वहीं पे मॉब लिंचिंग हो जाएगी. India is a country which needs feminism. A rape is committed every 15 minutes in India. India is a country where women need freedom, rights and security. पर ये भी एक मानने वाली बात है that there are some women who use the law created to protect them and their privileges for personal gain. So although it is a harsh reality which destroy lives, raising this issue is very tricky. Section 375 intends to do just that and also succeeds in spreading awareness in a very critical, logical and mostly unbiased manner, जिसके बारे में हम आगे बात करेंगे. Directed by Ajay Bahal, it tells the story of a popular film director Rohan Khurana who is accused of rape by Anjali Dangle, a junior costume designer. Tarun Saluja, played by Akshay Khanna, is brought on scene to defend the accused, and Hiral Gandhi, played by Richa Chadha, is hired by the family of the victim. Tarun and Gandhi go at each other in this courtroom drama in a way which encourages the audiences to think. हमेशा मैं पहले अपने पॉइंट्स रखता हूँ और फिर वर्डिक्ट देता हूँ, but in this case I'll be upfront. Section 375 is a very good film and here's why. Let's start with its pros. Pro number 1, idea, which we have already discussed, is a bold one. Pro number 2, realism. This is by far the most realistic Indian court drama I have ever seen. Usually they are way too exaggerated and over the top.
तारीख पर तारीख, तारीख पर तारीख, तारीख पर तारीख, तारीख पर तारीख मिलती रही है, लेकिन इंसाफ नहीं मिला मिलोड.
The lawyers here stay calm, collected and especially respectful towards the judges, a rare sight in movies. The judges themselves are given good enough screen time where we see them pondering before a decision. It shows how hard their job actually is rather than just shouting, order, order. Akshay Khanna is a pro himself. He beautifully plays a shrewd lawyer and carries the entire film. That little smirk he carries on his face is a nice little touch.
हे I'm a genius. क्या पॉइंट बोला मैंने? हे मेरे जैसा तो कोई है ही नहीं. हे.
The character reminds me of Littlefinger from Game of Thrones. Tarun Saluja is basically if Littlefinger was good, disguised as a lawyer defending a man falsely accused of rape. There is no filler. There is no unnecessary romantic storyline, item songs or dancing sequences. Every single shot moves the story forward. Moving on to the cons. I have 3 minor complaints with this film and a major one. The trailer revealed too much. Movies are art and movie trailers is an art itself. There are times when they reveal too little and other times they reveal too much. The latter is apparent here. If you have seen both the trailer and the film, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Every time you hear a dialogue from the trailer, it distracts you a little, which brings me to my next point. The first half is really slow. The first 1 hour of this film just consists of scenes which were already revealed in the trailer. They are necessary for the plot, but it would be mostly boring for an average viewer who is not familiar with the film. But gladly, it quickly picks up the pace in the second half. Con number 3, lack of opportunists. Throughout the film, we are shown glimpses of reporters, people hashtagging on the internet, and protesting outside the court. It shows us how invested people are all over the world in this case. But realistically, if something like this is to happen in the real world, there are always two parties who will try to capitalize on the opportunity: the film industry and the gaudy media. All they had to do to make it a bit more realistic is show a fictional actress making a scene on the internet and a hypocritical journalist shouting at the TV screens for no reason at all. Point number 4, and this is the major one: Richa Chadha is underused. We are introduced to her character as the flag bearer of feminism, yet we don't really hear much from her. The film is told from the perspective of Tarun Suluja, who works to find loopholes in the evidence against his client, and every time he blows us away with his mind-boggling critical analysis. Where Hiral Gandhi, on the other hand, stands up from her seat and shouts, "I object," every once in a while. Every time Saluja gives a theory on the case, Gandhi just references to the already found evidence. We never see her use investigative skills or make any good counter-argument against Saluja. I think this is also the reason why some women found this film underwhelming. At the end, it is revealed that Anjali Dangle wasn't actually raped, and she accused Khurana of it for revenge. I remember many people complaining about the ending. Hear me out. Whether you like or dislike the ending, it simply doesn't matter who wins. Section 375 is a social film. The intended purpose of a social film is to responsibly present its ideas to the public, to make the public aware of the issue, and that's exactly what this film did. Fair, it disappointed in some areas as we just discussed, but overall, it did a pretty well done job. In the end, I would like to say, Section 375 is a must watch for everyone. If you haven't seen it yet, I recommend it. Thank you.